G'day guys, welcome to my Rxys V2 video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about top 5 teams in the NRL for 2020 guys, so let's get started. So coming in at number 5, so I'm basically going to put down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to go diagonal this time, so I'm basically going to switch it down, so I'm basically going to go down this time. So I'm picking number 5. I'm going to go with Melbourne Storm. Melbourne Storm are a very good club, very good team, and what I can say is I reckon the best speedster in the game is Josh Addo-Carr. The most attacking player in that game is Ryan Pappenhausen, because he is absolutely a blinder of a player. What I can say also is that the forward pack that I really like is Kenneth Bromwich and Jesse Bromwich. Those two twins I like. I reckon that they are a very good forward pack for Melbourne Storm anyway. They suit it. I just think also Nelson Asofa-Solomona, he is an absolutely great player. He suits the forward pack side. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. Also, you got Rxys Vunivalu. He's the top winger that I like, because Josh Addo-Carr and Rxys Vunivalu are the wingers, obviously. But I reckon that they combine very well. I reckon also they have been winning a couple of games. Also, they've won most of the games. They've gone to grand final all the time and they just keep winning, but sometimes they lose. I know for a fact up against the Roosters or the Raiders. But one of the other things I basically like is Josh Addo-Carr's speed. He's a speed freak. I really like him. He is an absolutely great player. I do like him for a fact. I rate him as my current favourite player. I really like him. He is an absolutely great player. And yeah, Melbourne Storm it is for number 5. Coming in at number 4, we see the Parramatta Eels. Now, I know for a fact that they haven't really won a couple of games up against Storm, Raiders, Roosters, Sharks, stuff like that. What I can say also, last year, they haven't played really well because they didn't get Blake Ferguson, Wonga Blake. They didn't get all these good players. They didn't get that Fijian player, which I don't like, which I do like. I really think that this one is for a fact that I reckon that if this player is an absolutely great player, it's definitely this guy. I can't remember this player. He is number 2 for a fact. But number 5 I basically really like is Blake Ferguson for that side. And Wonga Blake. I really think that that those two players are absolutely great players for the Parramatta Eels, because they suit it. And plus, we didn't get that through last year anyway, because we didn't really get that kind of team to formate. But last year, though, it was absolutely sloppy. It was absolutely falling apart. Players didn't really work out, and it was just falling to pieces. So, players reunited. They absolutely came out with astonishing wins. Now I know who it is now. Number 2 is Maiko Sivo. I like him. He's an absolutely great player. He's a bulldozer. He is an absolutely astonishing, great player. I like. He's fast. He's skillful, and he astonishes so much attacking ability against Dragons or the Sea Eagles and stuff like that. But I know for a fact that the Eels done really well in 2019 season. I hope that they do well in 2020 season anyway, coming up soon. But yeah, number 4 goes to the Parramatta Eels anyway. Coming in at number 3, we see the Cronulla Sharks. Now, I know for a fact that they aren't really a great attacking team, but I know for a fact that Jaden Brayley has left to play for the Newcastle Knights. He did sign a couple of years deal to play with the Newcastle Knights anyway. I know for a fact that Chad Townsend and Jaden Brayley worked very well. They always get along very well. And I know for a fact that Chad Townsend, he is an absolutely great player. I've watched every single video of his podcast and vlogs. Go check it out. It is on the YouTube channel, the vlogs and the podcast. So if you guys haven't watched it and haven't heard of him, please go and do so. He is an absolutely awesome player and awesome at doing the YouTube stuff anyway. So really what I can say is also, I reckon that the Cronulla Sharks have done really well. They have been a bit terrible in that couple of seasons, but they've come along very well. They've absolutely proven themselves they can play great football. I reckon that I'm going to give credit to the Cronulla Sharks, but I know for a fact that I reckon 10 out of 10 goes to Chad Townsend, as I just mentioned, because he communicates very well. He communicates with other players for the Cronulla Sharks, and I know for a fact he is an absolutely great player. He follows every move, and without Jaden Brayley now, I don't know who's going to be number 9 for the Cronulla Sharks anyway. But I know for a fact that Cronulla Sharks are a great team. They've got great players, and really, let's hope they do a great job in the next season anyway for the 2020 side anyway. Coming in at number 2, we see the Sydney Roosters. Okay, so I know for a fact that the Sydney Roosters have won couple of grand final games. I know for a fact that a lot of people have been criticising Sydney Roosters because of that 6-tackle rule. And I know for a fact that the Raiders weren't happy about it. I know that James Tedesco has scored a try, but that really was deserved, and I give Raiders the benefit of the doubt because they are a great team. I truly give 100% respect to the Canberra Raiders anyway. And what I can say also, I just think that the Sydney Roosters are a great team. They've got huge players that what I can say is basically they've got Kyle Flanagan, Cooper Cronk, which I know for a fact that he's probably going to retire soon. Excuse me. But I know for a fact that I think he has retired. I'm not too sure. What else? You got James Tedesco, which I just mentioned before. What I can say also, I just think that if players like this can be very time-consuming, it's definitely the Sydney Roosters because they are complicated and they are a very tough team to beat. And really what I can say is, I just think that the Sydney Roosters can be a very good club. But sometimes they can fall apart and lose, but then they come back very good, slap on the wrist, and they win a game. And I cannot believe they do. I reckon that they are a great game. I reckon they are a great team, sorry. They are a very astonishing team. I reckon they'll do better in the 2020 season, and I reckon they will do it in the preseason anyway. And last but certainly not least, we see the Canberra Raiders for number 1. What I can say is, I just like the Canberra Raiders because how the way they formate is absolutely pretty good. They've got Jared Croker, which he's not that fast, but he is pretty skillful. You got Jordan Rapana, which I think he's going to rugby union. I'm not too sure what team he is going to play for, which I don't probably know. I think you got Jack White, which he's probably going to play for number 6, I think. Chante Nickel-Cockstad is an absolutely great player. He definitely is skillful. His speed is absolutely phenomenal. And what I can say is they are an absolutely huge club to just formate into an absolute combined division club anyway, which with Ricky Stewart communicating with players and how the way they can play football is absolutely astonishing. But really what I can say is also, I just think that how the way they can play football is absolutely crazy. Because they, like a lot of people in that grand final game against the Sydney Roosters, saying that this like Raiders should have won that game, but apparently they didn't because they got criticised and all that stuff. I really was disappointed how the way Sydney Roosters just got away with it, and how the way they just gave it to the Raiders and pissed them off anyway. I just think how the way they can play football, though, is absolutely astonishing for the Canberra Raiders. I see a Soliola, or hang on, not Sia Soliola, it's Josh Papali, that's it, Josh Papali. He's an absolutely great player, and I give him a 10 out of 10 for his contribution and absolutely great attitude to the game. Is absolutely amazing. And what I can say also, they are a great footy team, and yeah, they'll be doing better in the off-season anyway. So I rate them number 1 as my favourite team in the 2019's off-season. But yeah, hopefully they can do better in the 2020 season anyway. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. I will be doing a couple of videos coming to you soon. Also, I'll be doing heaps more videos coming to you also, guys, soon. So leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, and have a good one, guys.